Yes, y'all, I'm back. Can you say busted? I'm just getting up. My ass is tired. Don't judge me, okay? Oh my freaking God. Um, I'm so freaking out of it. You guys have no idea. I have this. I don't know if I mentioned it before. I have like really bad sciatic pain. It went away for a minute when I was in the hospital. But that bitch came back like an angry rabbit dog, okay? It is tearing literally my ass up. Um, my what is it? Pamorphous? Oh, piriformis, whatever. That muscle, that muscle here, that shit, it fucking hurts, okay? It's like my vertebrae have compressed and it's pinching on that nerve. So when I sit, I feel that pain shoot over to my left ass cheek. And it hurts like a motherfucker. When I tell you I'm getting up, walking like I'm 90 fucking years old. And I feel like I'm doing a disgrace to the 90-year-old community that are in really good shape. So, my bad. But this shit, it got me like fucked up. For real. It really got me fucked up for real. And I keep trying to think what happened. I think it was from the one day that I was at that other job that I didn't like, when the girl got in my face wanting to fight me. And we were outside. And I think this was the catalyst of the pain beginning. Because periodically I would already have like lower back pain. I was doing sit-ups on the outside equipment that they had. So over them next 2 days, when I was trying to get up, oh my fucking God. Anyway, I wanted to talk about fucking haters. You know, sometimes we can't always tell our haters because they come disguised. And I'm so fucking tired of it. I'm tired of giving my energy. I'm tired of acting like shit is something that it's not. And we all know, because you get that little, your intuition be telling you. And when I tell you that shit is on point, fucking listen to it. Fucking listen to it. They be hating on you. They be hating on you. When you so-called have that friend that can't stand when you're doing just a little bit better than them. You can tell by the energy shift how things change. That slight off reaction. I have a situation and it's just really, really weird. Like, this person initially seemed like they were okay. But I think, everybody really like to try you, especially when they don't really know you. And they I don't even know like how to exactly explain this. I'm gonna give an old example. When I was in Florida, because I feel like we really need to pay attention to this shit and recognize it. When I was in Florida, the girl that I was staying with started getting like a real attitude towards me, and I didn't understand why. Because I'm like, well, you're supposed to be my friend, but why does it feel like you're more of a frenemy than an actual friend? I was seeing somebody, and she was getting upset because she, started saying things like, you don't even check on me. bitch, why I gotta check on you? Like, I'm not your man. Like, when I would leave, um, my birthday ended up coming around. And for her birthday, like every holiday, I'm the kind of person, I don't care if you're a guy or a girl, I'm gonna give you something. Okay, so like I ain't gonna say the exact same thing, but I'm gonna acknowledge things for you as a female the same way that I would if you was a guy. So as girlfriends, we do special little things for each other, and it ain't looked at in any kind of you know way. Y'all know what I'm talking about. um and so I had got like Valentine's cards. I got like a little bag of some stuff that I got from the Dollar Tree, just cute little trinkets. Mind you, I didn't have that much money because I believe at the time I wasn't working. I was in between jobs. Um, I was either in between jobs or I just started working. I think I just started working like at the Dollar Tree. And I had put, some Valentine's cards around. I put like a little bag of some gifts on her doorknob. Um, she did nothing to acknowledge Valentine's Day for me to say, hey, happy Valentine's Day, because it's just like a friend thing. So now my birthday is in February. For her birthday, I literally sat aside money that I could use for something else to get her a reading because we're in the tarot. And it was like $40. I couldn't really afford that at the time. And I took her a day, it might have been a day or two ahead of time, so that, I wanted her to feel special because I know she's never really had anybody in her life, and I would even say really like a friend, really, really be there for her like that. And I'm, just showing this is who I am. I do this because this is just who I am as a person. My birthday come around, and I believe I stayed at my other friend's house, and because I just kind of like needed to get away, and this is like at the end of the time that I was staying with the first friend. When I come back, and she sees me, she's like, well, you ain't even say anything, you know, and I was like, when it came to acknowledging my birthday or whatever. And so I'm trying to think of exactly how things went down, but I told her I just kind of like wanted to be alone and, have peace and quiet or whatever. And so because I didn't call or anything like that, or I wasn't at the house, she kind of got like an attitude. And halfway wanted to say happy birthday to me. And, she said I couldn't remember what day her birthday was on. And I told her, and she was like, oh. I'm like, this is some phony ass shit. Like, you really don't like me, and you jealous as hell of me. And I don't understand why, because I'm supposed to be your friend. I'm not jealous of any of my friends. I love my friends. This situation that I'm dealing with, like right now, this person, I've felt energetically a bit of a switch and a change in them. And there's certain things with me that I just don't like. Like, I don't like being micromanaged. I do things on my own time. And like, when you get that delayed reaction from a friend when you give some good news or you say certain things and you just watch how they act. Or I feel like with her, the girl in Florida, she used to like compete with me. So like when I was working at the a shoe store, I bring her in, to see some of the things that are in there, and I was like showing her some of the shoes that I wanted. And how about she then starts to pick those same shoes for herself to buy? And I'm just like, this is some real high school shit. Like, if I ever seen it. So you literally gonna sit up here and just get all the shoes that I said that I like? It just, like, when stuff like that happens, I have to really, really like something to continue to want to have it, because outside of that, I'm just like, go on and get it then. If it means that much to you, go on and get it. I don't want it anymore. I'll get something else, because I'm not into competing. One, I don't want to look like you. You don't really have any kind of style. Okay. She's always been like that from the time that we were younger, always wanting to dress like me, look like me. And so for some, it really depends on how this is done and how it's brought out, where you can tell if it's sincere, loving admiration, or jealousy and hate and envy. So I'm just like, there's like really something here. I'm getting the same feeling from this other person now. And I'm just like, okay, I'm just backing off. I'm not going to feed into or give any more energy into this than what needs to be given. And sometimes we tend to ignore those signs, and because people don't want to believe that this person really is an enemy or hating on us inside. But you fucking know. I'm not playing games no more. I'm not. And I feel like right now, I got solid friends. My friends don't hate on me. I don't hate on my friends. And I've never gotten that kind of envy or jealousy, from any of my true friends. Ever. This is why I feel like it can be a little harder, especially as you get older, to have friends that are really, really solid and sincere and really have your best interest at heart. Because nobody wants to be honest. Everybody wants to have these motives. And when you go against your intuition, what you feel inside, and this is what happens. We're not used to being in tune with our intuition, because from the time that we're little, when we feel a certain kind of way about something, and we may bring it up to our parents, they'll brush it off. So much so that they make us seem like we're crazy for feeling a certain kind of way, instead of acknowledging it to help us increase that ability of tuning into our intuition, to make it stronger. Brush it off and brush it off so much that now we start to doubt ourselves. So we're not used to listening to that inner voice. So when shit goes down, we're like really fucking amazed. Like, oh my God, I can't believe that this happened. But it's because the signs were there all along, but we were not attuned to our intuition and let all the red flags go by. And it's the same thing that happens with females, like in relationships with dudes. You see the red flags, but you brush it off as it being something else. I'm not doing that shit no more. When I start to get a certain feeling about you, I know I'm looking tired, because guess what, y'all? I am tired. When I start getting a certain feeling about you, I am believing it. I'm not going to sit up here anymore and be like, nah, it's not that, it's not this, and try to, what's the word? Explain it away, like you don't want to acknowledge it. You know, you want to rationalize it away, that feeling, instead of acknowledging it. All that does is get us in a more messed up place, because at the end we end up hurting because we didn't listen to that voice inside. We didn't listen to that voice, and it goes with so many different things that we could spare ourselves hurt of when it really comes down to it. You know, not just friends, but other things. And when I tell you, this situation with this person now that I'm dealing with, I felt a change happen, and I could actually see a difference. And now it seems like everything that they do feels phony. This is one of the things too that I've kind of started to get, and this, you know, may not be for everybody, but I feel a sense of judgment from them. Like, they're religious, and I get this simply because of when I was in church. I was very judgmental, and I tried not to be. I didn't want to be, I'll say. But there were these beliefs that were being instilled in me that went against my personal beliefs. So I was constantly trying to balance out what it was that I should believe with what I actually did believe. And when you let somebody else dictate what you're supposed to feel, what you're supposed to think, and all of that, I think it just makes us all clones. It takes away from who we are as an individual. And I have my own mind. I that's why I can't do religion. And I see where religious people tend to be the most judgy out of all other people that I have met. And I'm starting to see that more and more with this individual, because of little things that happen while I'm around this person. And I don't want to give any specifics, but I'm noticing a difference, and I'm really paying attention. So that's all I got to say. Like, when you get that feeling, don't brush that feeling away. Don't ignore it. Don't be like, nah, that's my girl, or that's my boy. You better pay attention. You better pay attention. Like that song said in The Color Purple, God trying to tell you something. Yeah, that's your higher self. God trying to tell you something. Stop ignoring that shit. Stop ignoring it. So just watch out, because people come in all kind of disguises, you know, acting like they solid when they really, really not. And you will know. You will really, really know when somebody really got you like that, because you're not gonna. And literally, every last one of my friends have said this to me. We've never gotten into an argument. We've never had any kind of bad. No, we haven't. We haven't. In all my years, and I mean from the time of us being kids, we've never had a falling out. We've never had an argument or disagreement. And it's not to say that we're afraid to disagree, but I feel like because me and my friends have such respect for each other, we're so real with who we are as well as with each other, that there's just never been a moment where something like that has had to happen, where we've actually had a falling out, or we've, disagreed in such a hard way. And it's just like, at the end of the day, what's the point? Like, you have the right to think however it is that you want to think and feel how you want to feel. And it doesn't have to, I don't have to agree with it. We don't have to always agree. But it's not that feeling. It's never been a feeling of contention. My friends are like, I have something that I can weigh other people against when it comes to true friendships and knowing who's for me and who's not. And when I tell you, I'm not for everybody. I'm not for everybody. But when I got you and you are in there, if I call you a friend, like a real friend, trust me, I'm a solid friend, 100%. And I got your back. Especially with, my friends, they know what I do. They know what I do. And this, when I was in Florida, the one girl, she's the only friend that I had that said, oh, if anything ever happened between us and we weren't friends anymore, would you ever do anything to me? Because I practice metaphysics. I dabble in roots. I won't even see dabble. I do roots. And I'm thinking, why would you think like that? Like, for us as friends, it almost felt like, why would your mind go there? If we're friends, why would your mind go there? So to me, it kind of felt like, because you're unsure, I don't feel like I should trust you, because if you're thinking that I would possibly do something to you if we, had a falling out, you probably would actually be the one that would end up doing that to me. And I was like, no. I was like, why would I do that? Like, if we're not friends anymore, why would I even want to concentrate any of my energy towards you anymore at all? I'm not doing it. And I have friends that I've lost. And I'm like, I'm not putting out my good energy on you. Why? Because then you think that I'm trying to get back at you for something because I'm angry or whatever. It just let me see like where her mind was. The only person out of all my friends that knows what I do that ever asked that question, and it just made me feel like, you afraid of me and you jealous and envious because you don't have the same ability to do the things that I do. And this is one of the reasons why you want to know everything that I do, how I do it, so that you can so-called protect yourself. But I feel like it wouldn't be protection. You would be the one that would actually secretly be doing this stuff to me. Because she was the kind of person that would do something first before. It's almost like, I'm going to break up with this person first before they get an opportunity to break up with me. She's that kind of person. And I'm just like, I don't have that kind of energy. If I'm done with you, I'm done with you. I'm just going to leave your ass alone. Why waste my energy or my time on you if we're no longer friends? I don't even want to think about you anymore. But obviously, you would still be thinking about me, because your mind would go initially to, oh, if this something happened bad to you, you're going to think it's me doing something to you. No, that's just life. That's probably your fucking karma. But now, I'm just really starting to pull back really being a bit more discerning and just knowing you just can't trust everybody. And when you really start to listen to your intuition, it'll tell you who's for you and who's not. And when I tell you don't ignore that shit, don't ignore it. Do not ignore it, because people be secretly hating. And if you ask for signs, you will get them. You will get them. I have asked for signs of Spirit, let me know if this person, and I mean when things are going good between us, I've asked for signs, and I've said, for one person that I'm not friends with anymore, I said, if this person is a real friend, let me see this. If they're not, and they're an enemy inside, and they're really hating on me, let me see this. I did that, and the one thing that I had asked for, about if they were an enemy, let me see a red snake. And I asked for that because the person does not like snakes, and their favorite color is red. So I wanted that red snake to represent them. And this is like a week had gone by, and I went to Burlington Coat Factory. I'm in there, got something, and I'm in line, and I seen some tarot cards. I was like, okay, like I could use a new set of tarot cards. I get them, buy them. I'm in the car because I open them up, and I'm going through, and I'm looking. The 7 of Cups. On that card, there's a red snake coming around the cup. And I was like, wow, my mind immediately went back to what I asked Spirit to show me. I was like, wow. So this person really is not a friend. And it took a while for it to reveal itself to me, but it did. And I found out, and this person fucked shit up for me in a major way where it interfered in my relationship with my kids. But I seen their true colors, that they were really not friends. So you can ask Spirit to give you a sign. When I ask for a sign, I ask for things, whether it's a yes or no, I ask for things that I would not typically see, so that I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that this is what it is. You just gotta be careful, because people be hating. They really, really be hating. And be parading around here like they your friend, and they're really not. So you just got to know, people, protect yourself. Straight up, protect yourself. So be well.